Yeah, I love some torture. Okay, so as you guys can see from this video's title, we are actually gonna get macOS on this piece of shit, which if you guys don't know already, this is my Xbox PC. What is an Xbox PC, you might ask? Well, it's just literally just a mini PC built inside an Xbox case. So if I'm gonna turn this thing around, you guys can see from the back that there is a regular PC motherboard. So yeah, this is an actual PC. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get macOS on this shit. First things first though, we actually have to figure out what type of BIOS we have on this thing, so perhaps I think it's actually time to finally plug it in and figure out the BIOS version, whether it's legacy or UEFI. Yeah, let's just get straight to it. Since I don't wanna waste your guys' time, I'm just gonna plug everything in this thing in 3, 2, and 1. And there we go, mate, we finally got everything plugged in. Perhaps now it's just time to turn on this Xbox PC and just see what BIOS we have. So as you guys can see, we do have a newish BIOS because we do have a mouse in here, as you guys can see. So if we basically go to system information, we are gonna see that we have 8 gigs of RAM, which is DDR3 because, you know, i5 4th gen, of course it's DDR3, mate. Yeah, so there is not much info, as you guys can see. We do see that we have Intel HD graphics. Alright, so now we have to figure out whether we are on legacy or UEFI. So from what I know, I have to go to boot sequence, and apparently here I'm gonna see that we are actually on UEFI, as you guys can see right there. So perhaps that means that we should probably be on the good track, because the setup that I'm doing to get macOS does involve being on either UEFI or legacy. So regardless, we are good to go, hopefully. So apparently one of the steps that I'm gonna have to do will be basically to format this thing to FAT32, which honestly it's not something too hard to do. And there we go, guys. As we can see, we formatted this thing with success. So that means that now we can move on to the next step, which is gonna be to actually acquire a MacBook, because yeah, we do have to do the rest of the steps on a MacBook. This is definitely gonna be fun, am I right? It won't. It won't, but regardless, let's move on. Apparently one thing I'm gonna have to do will actually be to go to Safari, and I'm gonna have to do to basically go to a GitHub page, which you guys will see in a bit. Hopefully I can actually load it up on my MacBook. Also guys, maybe one day I'm actually gonna make an explanation video of this thing. The website looks so broken, but regardless, we are actually gonna have to get, that's if the page will even load up at all. Yeah, so it seems like Safari is actually quite broken on this piece of which, yeah, it's really not a surprise, to be fair. Perhaps I think I'm probably gonna have to get Google Chrome. God damn it. Well, as you guys can see, we are currently getting this browser called Pale Moon. Hopefully it's actually gonna be the right thing, because as you guys know, we keep having trouble when we are actually trying to go to GitHub website. Sorry guys, my brain actually had a fart moment, but yeah, regardless, I'm just gonna install Pale Moon, and I'm gonna see you guys when we are gonna be back to the GitHub page. Hopefully it's actually gonna work fine this time. And there we go, guys, the GitHub page has finally loaded up properly, and perhaps I think I might just need this one, which is OpenCore 1.0.7 release.zip. I think that's the actual thing that I'm gonna need, and obviously I'm just gonna save it on desktop on my Mac. Actually no, I'm just gonna save it in downloads. It's whatever, mate. Alright, there we go, we saved it just nicely there. I'm obviously gonna have to close Pale Moon because I no longer need it, hopefully. And now what I'm gonna do will be to go to Finder, mate. I'm gonna go now to downloads. As you guys know, I'm gonna get this thing onto desktop. Alright, and perhaps I think I'm just gonna have to extract it, I think. Okay, mate, so apparently I was supposed to do all of that on my basically Windows PC. Well, that's gonna be a pain in the ass to do from scratch. Thanks so much, stupid guy made by Gemini, because yeah, I'm using both Gemini and ChatGPT. I think it's just a very bad idea doing this whole thing using an AI, but whatever, let's just hope for the best. Alright, now you go away. Alright, now back onto my PC. Apparently what I'm supposed to do once again is go to utilities. I'm also gonna go to Mac recovery. I'm just gonna have to put this thing a bit on the side to look at the tutorial. So now I have to type cmd% to launch a command prompt. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to type cmd in here. and I'm gonna have to do copy paste to this command. Let's hope for the best. I really hope it's gonna work. Oh, and it's actually working, mate. We are actually getting the macOS High Sierra. Okay, so apparently it's telling me that I'm gonna get a folder named com.apple.recovery.boot, and apparently I have to copy that whole thing onto my USB flash drive, which it's definitely fun. Okay, I'm just gonna go to Hackintosh and I'm gonna do Ctrl V. Oh, and it's just 600 megabytes. Well, okay, that's not a lot, but once again, I'm really hoping I'm doing the right thing right now. Well, now that this whole thing has finally finished copying, which is gonna happen right now, apparently we have to make some new files, new folders. So I guess the first one I'm gonna make will be EFI, and apparently inside it I'm gonna have to make a new folder, which is basically gonna be boot. And okay, now I have to make another one called OC, and apparently inside OC I'm gonna have to make all these 4 folders, which is definitely gonna be fun to do. Alright, I finished making those folders. Now let's see the next steps. Apparently we have to go into the x64 folder, then to EFI. Okay, so I could just straight out copy these things. Whatever, mate. Alright, so I have to go inside into boot, and I have to copy this thing apparently onto my USB flash drive. Alright, paste it here. There we go. Now let's go back, and apparently now I'm gonna have to go to OC, and apparently I'm gonna have to copy this thing, opencore.efi. Alright, I'm gonna copy it, and apparently I'm gonna have to once again paste it into the OC folder into here. Alright, and I think that should be it. I don't know. Now I need to populate my folders with files that okay. So apparently I'm once again gonna have to go back onto the thing I downloaded, and apparently I'm gonna have to go to the driver, and apparently I'm gonna have to copy this thing called open runtime.efi. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to copy some things, I'm not gonna lie. And once again I have to go all the way back, and I have to download this thing. How am I even supposed to download that stupid mate? Well, thankfully I did manage to find it right there, so that's great. And now I'm just gonna have to copy it from my desktop, and I'm gonna have to put it once again on my USB flash drive. It's definitely a very fun process, and I'm definitely not joking right now. Okay, so I've done this thing, now what's next? Okay, so the next step apparently is to go back to the folder I downloaded, which is once again definitely a very fun thing. And apparently I'm gonna have to locate the docs folder, which hopefully it's somewhere in here. And apparently I'm gonna need to copy this thing onto my USB flash drive, right? And apparently I'm gonna have to call it config instead of sample. Config, there we go. Well, finally we did that. Okay, fine. I'm definitely not gonna infect my computer with this thing. So I'm gonna have to go to device properties. Okay, how can I even do that? Well, sometime later I finally did all these things from here, as you guys can see. And now apparently my USB drive is supposed to be done. So hopefully we can actually get macOS High Sierra on this thing. One time boot menu. Okay, you guys can see it, but it's right there in the corner. Oh, there we go, mate. There we go. Okay, now I'm just gonna go to USB flash drive, which is basically this one, and hopefully, oh, OC configuration requires volt, but no volt provided. Oh, live, mate. Okay guys, so today is the next day, and as you guys can see there are many lines of code. I managed to figure something out, I'm not very sure yet, but basically what I did is that I went over on my MacBook. Actually no, I went over on my PC and I found this post right here, which it's basically an open core EFI, which it's basically adapted to my CPU, sort of, and also to this GPU and also this GPU, but yeah, I don't have anything to do with this one because well, I don't have an external GPU, but regardless, yeah, I just copied that whole thing, and so far it seemed to work. I also got the installation, the macOS High Sierra installation thing on the USB as well, and currently I'm just trying to get this thing installed, and hopefully it will work. I'm currently stuck here, as you guys can see, so hopefully we are gonna do some progress. If not, I'm just gonna try to troubleshoot it once again. Okay guys, so too long didn't read. I basically got the macOS Monterey this time instead of macOS High Sierra because maybe that one will work better, I really don't know, but regardless, I just finished making the installer things. Now I'm gonna have to make a bootable flash drive with it, so I guess I'm gonna see you guys with Rufus in this case. Okay guys, so I've done some things with my computer, I mean with my Xbox PC, and as you guys can see there is basically a bunch of text loading up on the screen now. The thing is, I'm not sure if the installer will load up. Oh my god, holy shit mate. Okay, so wow, we actually booted up into the mate. Okay, I'm really speechless. I actually can't believe we finally got into the installer, mate. Oh my god, you guys have no idea how much time this made. I almost lost my mind, but there we go. Well, I guess we are not installing macOS High Sierra, but at least we are getting Monterey, which is, to be fair, it's better because it's a newer version. Regardless, I'm just so happy, and if you guys wanna know how I did the whole thing now, you can just go to the video. I'm gonna put it on the screen right there, but you guys can also go to that link to see what was the process for me, because yeah, I didn't record that whole process because I thought I would waste my time, but regardless, we finally did it, mate. Regardless, I'm just gonna start installing this macOS thing. Hopefully everything will go with success. I'm so tired, mate. I really wanna get this thing over with. I'm so done. First things first, does the mouse work? Okay guys, so thankfully the mouse does work. Now here's the thing, I wanna change the language and unfortunately I have no idea how to do that, so perhaps I'm gonna look on my computer how to change the language in here, because as you guys can see it's all in Chinese, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so great news, I finally managed to get this thing to English, and also very great news guys, not only the mouse works but also the keyboard works as well. Okay, so if I do press those keys it won't work here, but guys trust me, the keyboard does work, so I'm just so happy, mate. I finally made this stupid finally work. It took way too much time. I'm just finally happy we're here, and yeah, I'm doing this whole setup on my huge LG Smart TV because yeah, I'm just too tired to use my goddamn monitor, mate. I mean, yeah, it's a pain in the ass to keep unplugging and plugging this monitor back into my Xbox PC and so on, so I just decided to ditch this monitor and use my LG Smart TV instead. Regardless though, I'm just gonna start doing the setup, although I'm gonna have to basically go to this utility to do some things, so I'll see you guys in a bit after I'm gonna do those things as well. Okay guys, so now all we have to do is to basically format my whole SSD and basically name to SATA SSD, so hopefully that's not gonna be an issue. Regardless, I'm just gonna erase it. I'm basically doing as it says in that tutorial because I don't wanna screw up anything. Okay, so apparently we finished doing this thing, so I guess now I'm just gonna exit perhaps. It's finally time for the big moment, mate. We are actually installing macOS Monterey on this piece of shit, on this stupid piece of shit. I can't believe I'm actually doing this right now. Regardless, let's actually stop swearing and yeah, let's just get to... mate, are you kidding me? I knew this... I just knew this was going to happen, mate. I knew it.
67 hours later.
Okay guys, so right now I'm recording this part of the video with my Nothing Phone 1 because unfortunately my Samsung Access 5 Ultra just went out of charge because this thing took way too much time. But there we go guys, we finally got to this stupid screen, mate. So as you guys can see, I'm gonna have to wipe my hard drive because I currently have Windows installed on it, so I guess I'm just gonna do this thing with you guys and let's hope for the best. I'm just so happy we finally got here. Alright, so I guess if you wanna do that, what we're gonna have to do is obviously gonna have to go back. Now we're gonna have to go to this utility. I hope I'm filming okay. I have no idea what's the quality on this Nothing Phone 1, so hopefully it's decent enough. Alright, now what we're gonna have to do, to go here, we're gonna go to show devices, and also if you guys wonder how I fixed this issue, well, all I had to do was to plug this stupid Ethernet cable on the back of my Xbox PC, mate, because apparently the macOS installer really hates Wi-Fi adapters, so I just decided to go this route. And yeah, perhaps it's actually time once again to say goodbye to the SSD with Windows basically installed. We are just gonna have to go to erase, there we go. I'm gonna have to rename this thing like Macintosh or Hackintosh or I don't know, mate. And yeah guys, as expected the keyboard does work, so yeah, this is very great. Alright, I'm just gonna have to type into here Hackintosh, there we go, and we are not gonna do MBR because that's gonna break everything. We are just gonna go like this, APFS, there we go. We are gonna erase the whole SSD. Now I'm just gonna have to leave this thing, and now guys, finally onset for all install macOS, and yeah, it's the Big Sur version. Honestly, I don't mind it because it's still newer than High Sierra, which was originally the macOS version I was planning on using, but regardless, I'm also fine with this as well. I really don't mind having a newer version, to be honest. I obviously agree to all the terms and I'm obviously gonna go with this. It's officially happening. We are actually installing macOS on this stupid piece of mate. I'm just so happy. I honestly never thought I would see this day coming, but there we go guys. Finally doing this. Once again, I really hope the quality is fine on this Nothing Phone 1. Regardless, I'm just gonna have to see guys after I'm gonna get past this step because I don't wanna bore you guys. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit, hopefully. Okay guys, so quick update. Well, my Xbox PC has restarted and it showed something about macOS installing in the corner. I just clicked enter and hopefully I did the right thing. I'm really hoping that it's not gonna bring me back to the first screen, because otherwise that means that I probably did something wrong, and it's honestly it's too late right now to go back. So I'm genuinely hoping, okay, we see the apple, but regardless, I'm just gonna wait for this thing to load up and I'll see you guys after we are actually gonna get somewhere, and hopefully we are not gonna get back to that screen. Okay guys, so great news, we might not get to that screen because we actually see this thing with about 29 minutes remaining. So I mean, yeah, that probably means that we are actually gonna get to the actual installer screen, not what we had before. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this thing load up and hopefully we are actually gonna install this thing onset for all, because I'm honestly just done with this piece of shit. Okay guys, another update. So when it was at around 15 or 14 minutes left, well yeah, the whole thing restarted. Once again we have lots of text on the screen and stuff, as you guys can see. I genuinely don't understand any of this shit, but yeah, we once again have plenty of text. Now I have no idea what's gonna happen, to be honest. I have no idea if we are actually gonna manage to install this whole thing. I'm just gonna wait until we are gonna boot up, hopefully into the actual installer, and that's all I can say really. I guess I'm just gonna see you guys after we are gonna get somewhere, hopefully soon. Okay, so this might be an issue. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean, and I have no idea if that's a good thing or a bad thing, like the thing that happens right there with the camera display. I genuinely don't know what that is, and I don't know if I should let it go or if I should restart. I genuinely don't know what to do, so perhaps I'm probably gonna wait for a bit and hopefully we are not gonna be stuck. Oh, okay, never mind, we are not stuck. Okay guys, so once again the system is rebooting. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna let this thing boot by itself. Okay, so this time, okay, I don't know if you guys have seen, but right there it said Hackintosh. So I think we might actually be on a good track. I'm not very sure. That's definitely great, because before it showed Mac installer and now it's showing Hackintosh. So that's probably very good news. Once again, I'm not gonna get too excited because I'm not very sure if this whole thing will actually work. Oh, okay, we got some operation failure down there. Once again, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna see you guys after. Oh, okay. Oh my god, mate. There we fucking go. The Apple logo, the loading bar. Okay, it's actually going. Holy shit, mate. I actually can't believe this whole thing runs on this shit, mate. I actually can't believe we Hackintosh this thing. Once again, I'm not gonna get too excited because I'm not even sure if it's gonna boot all the way up with no issues. Once again, we see Hackintosh right there, as you guys can see. So, yeah, that could be a great sign. Okay, guys, so this time I got to this gray screen. Oh my god, mate, let's go. Let's go! We finally go. Oh, okay. I actually can't believe we finally got here, mate. Wait, does the mouse work? Holy mate. We finally got to the setup screen. Okay, you know what, guys? My main phone probably has charged, so I guess I'm just gonna end the video from this phone. And I'm gonna be back from the S25 Ultra. Okay guys, so I'm finally back from my main phone. This was the phone I recorded the whole situation with. And there we go guys, we finally reached the freaking main setup. And yeah, I bet the quality is much better now. Regardless, let's actually do it. So I guess I'm just gonna have to go with my country. Oh, okay. So one thing that I'm noticing, as you guys can see, the whole thing is very laggy. So I have no idea how I'm actually gonna do this thing, because the whole situation is quite laggy, as you guys can see. Regardless, I'm just gonna try to go for my country. Hopefully I'm actually gonna reach it. Oh, stop. Okay, there we go, Romania. Alright, let's continue. Okay, so we're gonna go with English. The input process will be whatever. Alright. We are gonna continue once again. We are obviously gonna go to not now. Also, from what I'm seeing, now it moves much better. I don't know what happened before, but yeah, guys, we got to that time privacy. We are once again gonna continue this thing, and I'm just so happy, mate. I'm just so freaking happy. I wasn't expecting to get this far. How do you want to? Yeah, I'm not gonna do it now because I have no information to transfer. So we are gonna go with not now because I literally have nothing to transfer, mate. We are once again gonna set this thing up later because I actually don't wanna sign up with any Apple ID. I just wanna boot up to the freaking thing. Okay, once again, I'm gonna skip this shit because I don't need it. Hopefully I won't regret doing that. Okay, we got to the TOS. We got to the TOS screen. We are once again gonna agree with all this gibberish. And yeah, of course, mate. Of course I'm gonna agree. Obviously, I wanna install this piece of shit. Of course I agree. Okay, now we have to put the full name. Well, because we are TechZaster, we are gonna put TechZaster right here, mate. TechZaster. Alright, now we're gonna go to the account name. And I'm gonna put TechZaster1 because I'm number 1. Just kidding, but I mean, yeah, whatever. Okay, so we went to continue, as you guys can see. Express setup. I mean, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna continue. Whatever, mate. I mean, I just wanna progress further, so yeah, sure. We are also gonna continue this as well. Screen time. Well, I don't need this because there is no way I'm actually gonna use this thing long enough. It's probably a good idea to disable that because, you know, Siri could take so much of the memory of this piece of shit. It's just 8 gigs only, so I'm just gonna have to go back to continue. There we go. And are we gonna see the taskbar and everything, mate? Okay, never mind. We apparently got some sort of error. Yeah, whatever. I mean, whatever. I'm gonna go with United States. And are we gonna see the taskbar, mate? Are we gonna see the taskbar or are we not gonna see it? I do hope it's actually gonna load up because, yeah, usually we also have like the taskbar down here, but for some reason it's not visible. But regardless, guys, we officially got macOS on this piece of. Now here's the thing, mate. I actually have to do a few things because the thing is, once I'm gonna reboot the system, well, I won't be able to reboot from the hard drive alone, so I do have to do some things inside in here, and I'm gonna show you guys in a few moments what I'm gonna do. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna show you guys what I exactly did. So what I ended up doing was basically downloading OCAT thing, I mean the OS auxiliary tools, but for the Mac. I opened this thing, then I opened this thing as well. Then I opened the program from here, and after the program opened, what I did was going to edit, then I mounted the SP, I added my password, then I exited the program, and once I did all of that, then I went to the installer, and basically I copied the EFI thing from here and I pasted it into the EFI of the SSD. So right now, if we do restart the PC, and now my Xbox PC is actually off, but also what I'm gonna do now will be to remove this USB flash drive. Now I'm just gonna give this thing a turn on, I mean I'm gonna turn it on, and now it should boot into Hackintosh. And there we go, guys. Now this whole text is loading up, and I guess I'm just gonna see you guys after this thing will boot into the hard drive, hopefully. I mean into the SSD. Never mind, that was actually too fast, and yeah, now we are basically booting, and there we go, guys. We actually got here. I'm once again gonna put my password. Hopefully you guys didn't see anything. And yeah, guys, we actually got macOS on the Xbox PC, and we are also connected to Wi-Fi, I mean to the Ethernet, because yeah, the Wi-Fi card just didn't work. We are actually here. I can actually go to about this Mac and you guys will see the i5 4th gen CPU, 8 gigs of RAM, the graphics card and all this shit. We actually did it. So what can I say? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's pretty much the final result. As you guys can see, that's pretty much the whole video. It was quite long, to be fair, but it was also a pain in the ass to get macOS on this thing. But regardless, we finally did it, mate. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And also, before I'm gonna end this video, shout out to mind you, and to all my YouTube members, thank you guys so much for joining my YouTube channel. And if you guys wanna get a shout out at the end of each video I'm making, and also if you guys wanna have a hashtag name, access to custom emojis, and also to my behind the scenes videos slash YouTube members only videos and all of that, and also if you guys wanna have access to Discord, the YouTube members role, and also to the YouTube members channel in Discord and all of that, you guys can become YouTube member for the description, but also for the join button as well. And that's pretty much the video, guys. It's been a pain in the ass to do this whole thing. We managed to do it, and honestly I'm really proud because this thing was a pain in the ass and I still did it. So that's the video. I'm gonna see you guys next time, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.